fake these drugs, they mimic the exact nature and the label of this drug. When I got the package, it was just similar to what I used to take.
And where did you buy that fake medicine? You probably bought it in a pharmacy. We're not talking about a street market or a hawker.
No, a pharmacy, yes, of course, pharmacy. There are still many of them today. Many of them. I mean, the job by NAFDAC is very credible and commendable, but I can tell you it's a drop in the ocean in terms of the magnitude of people who are involved in fake drugging.
For the past 6 years, the war on fakes here has been headed by a former pharmacist called Dora Akunyili.
Everything we have here is fake and is meant for destruction. Can we destroy all of them tomorrow?
As well as medicines, the counterfeits include food, shampoo and toothpaste, all of them potential threats to the health of consumers.
It's tomato.
They've been found to contain brick dust, industrial chemicals and human urine.
Everything here must go to that field. What is this? Oh. My own sister died of diabetes that could not be controlled by insulin. And as a scientist, it is impossible for insulin not to control diabetes. Because there is insulin, diabetes is lack of insulin. She was actually being administered with fake insulin, and this girl was going down and down and down. It was much later that it dawned on us that this girl never had the right treatment. And it was the same story with most families. I doubt if there's any Nigerian family that has no story to tell.
Vivian Akunyili is one of many. Most of the counterfeiters' victims remain hidden. In 2003, 4 children in Enugu province, southern Nigeria, died because the American doctors who treated them couldn't revive them after their operations. The doctors who shot this footage for their charity believe the adrenaline they used was an understrength counterfeit. According to the World Health Organization, 1 million Africans die of malaria every year, mainly because of fake medicines. Dora sends her enforcers out to hit the counterfeit traders twice a week.
Very good.
What kind of medicines are there in the boot now?
All types of medicines, antibiotics, analgesics, OTC drugs, anti-malarials, any type. You have a look later when we get to the office.
The war on drugs, Nigerian style.
You saw the drama of the trying to escape?
We have convicted about 45 people. 60 cases are in court, but we are not excited about the convictions. Because the real big men behind the small boys that are working for them, we have not been able to convict any of them. Their cases linger in court forever, adjournment upon adjournment.
Dora's raids have taken $350 million worth of fake medicines since she started her job in 2001.
The first action of counterfeiters is to try to compromise regulators. When that failed, they resorted to intimidation, harassment, blackmail, threats. One of the intimidatory aspects of their action was to deposit fetish objects in my office, which included a tortoise. They were not happy And they had actually told a few people to tell me, they telephoned many times through their friends to tell me that it's either I pipe down and do the job as I should do it, or I would find myself dead and they would clear my family.
The threats they made against Dora became a reality in December 2003.
There was so much shooting that we thought it was Christmas bangers. And the back windscreen collapsed. And then I had a very big bang on my head. And the pain was so intense that when I got to the police station, I told them that bullet was inside my head. And the policeman said, "Shut up, madam. If bullet is inside your head, you won't be talking. It's a brush."
Dora now lives under 24-hour protection. The men who bragged about shooting her are still walking the streets.
The job itself has even become a security for me, because the drug barons are bitter, their relations are bitter, their boys, they have trained people. So they have people all around that are waiting for the day that all this security will disappear.
In a world where justice can be bought by criminals, the war on fakes depends on the personal courage of a few individuals. When she leaves her job, Dora will lose her armed guard and will have to leave Nigeria.
This is a transnational criminal network and can only be dismantled through international cooperation. It does not need visa to travel from country to country. So what affects us here actually can affect them in US or in Britain.
In the past 4 years, the first fake medicines have been discovered in UK pharmacies.
Legitimate sales of Lipitor make almost £6 billion a year for manufacturers Pfizer. The fakers' attempts to cash in on the success of this blockbuster drug mean an entire batch of 20-milligram pills is being recalled. UK regulators were tipped off to the fakes by Dutch investigators, but how did they enter our pharmacy supply chain?
It was the 29th of July, 2 years ago, and I was just settling down to watch the TV, put the TV on, caught the tail end of the news, and it says that the government were recalling a drug that I was on, this Lipitor drug. I thought, oh, wonder what one's there. So I went online, looked up news. I got a BBC website, a news website, and I found out they were counterfeit. So I panicked.
In Glasgow, Anne Biggerstaff suffers from sudden death syndrome. She needs anti-cholesterol drug Lipitor to stop her from having a heart attack, like the ones that killed her brother at 31 and her father at 55.
I phoned NHS 24, and he says to me, "They're not fake, they just weren't meant for Britain." And I says, "Well, it says in the leaflet for the UK." And straight away I thought, there's something going on here. You know, I was unable to kind of live my life after that because I was panicky. I didn't know how long. If something gave me a sudden fright, would I take a heart attack? You know, I just didn't know if I had the protection of these pills. So I went to see my consultant, and I says to him that I've still got some of these tablets left, and he says, "Do you mind if I take them and get them tested?" And I says, "No, that's fine, because I would like to know what's in them, to see if that was causing the side effect to the palpitations and things."
Anne had been ill on the suspect medicines, but when she tried to get her pills confirmed as fakes, she found that neither the chemists nor the hospitals were able to test them to see what was in them.
So I don't know if they're fake or not. It's hard to tell. I don't think they'll ever know. My life was in their hands, so to speak. I totally trusted the chemist to give me the proper medication.
Because the medical establishment doesn't appear to be equipped to deal with the issue, our peace of mind now depends on the drug regulator stopping the fakes from getting into the system.
It's fair to say that we don't think that the UK is awash with counterfeit medicine in the regulated supply chain. However, these counterfeit goods are emerging in the market, and we are seeing a rise in that. There is absolutely no room for complacency.
And why is Britain attractive at the moment?
We're a good market. Medicines are expensive in the United Kingdom. The counterfeiters will go for high turnover, high price products. So on the last recall, some of those packets of 28 tablets were £138 a packet.
Britain's had 9 known instances of fake medicines turning up in chemists in the past 4 years, 3 of them in the summer of 2007.
There are millions of prescriptions every year for medicine, and we've had 9 incidents. I mean, how serious is that? 9? Each incident is actually the importation of a huge quantity of